What's up, Jabroni? Steven here, and welcome back to yet another reaction. Today we're hopping into Veronica Mars episode number 12, Clash of the Tritons. As always, if you like what I do here, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Head over to Patreon if you want the full, uncut, unedited reaction. You can get episodes extra early over there as well. Now, for Veronica Mars, it's one of those shows where it doesn't get as many views as some of the bigger shows, but you guys definitely show some support. Hit the like button, share the video. You guys know all that good stuff. Be in the comment section, show some engagement, all that stuff. It shows me that you guys are very interested in the show. So, previous episode, I was very let down by it, and kind of I don't know, I expected more because of the episode 10, which was so good, that it just kind of felt weird that that big act would happen and then there would be nothing in the next episode. So it turns out, based on the comments over there on Patreon, that episode was recorded before. So although my criticism of that may not have been warranted, it kind of was at the same time. Yeah, the studio released the episodes like that, but that's in the order that I watched it, in the order that it's actually on here. It's not like Firefly where there's like an order that you can watch the episodes on and that you just kind of, on Hulu, the order was just correct. On here, this is the order, so that episode felt out of place, felt weird. The case itself was okay, could have been better, ended better at least, and it kind of felt like a very rushed episode. But this is actually the episode that follows the Christmas episode, I guess, according to some of you guys in the comment section. So I'm excited to see where things go. I'm excited to see what the repercussions are. I'm excited to see where, like, what the whole situation with Veronica's, who Veronica's dad is, and Logan, is that the kid's name? Logan's father? I don't know. We're gonna find out some shit. So we're gonna hop in here. It's called Clash of the Tritons. What does that mean? I don't know. Nonetheless, let's get started. Here we
Hi, Lily. I see the Prozac's working.
I've got a secret, a good one. Sorry to make you wait. Come on in.
This is gonna be a little awkward.
Remember when we talked last year, right after Lily's death? You were inconsolable. I'm really hoping that this year you're able to talk about it.
Why is she being rude to her?
Sorry, that was rude. It's not you. It's the talking. I don't want to talk away my grief.
And I really hate to use this word.
Is she gonna
but it is
spy?
appropriate. Closure.
Is there a camera in there?
I'll find closure when Lily's killer's rotting away in prison.
Who is this Rick character and why
The
does...
sheriff is here to...
Morning, Rick. How's your head this morning? A little bit of a hangover?
Sure?
That's nothing compared to how your buddy Tim is feeling. Tim had to have a tube put down his throat so they could pump his stomach.
Oh,
He's
damn.
in a coma, Rick.
Dude, how much alcohol did that kid
You and half the
assume?
kids in Neptune.
I mean, consume.
These things have been popping up all over the place. The way I see it, they're coming from your school.
He's gonna say Veronica, isn't he?
Veronica Mars.
Dude, that's such bullshit, dude. Everybody in this fucking school hates her so much, dude. Always her. They always go to her.
Second-degree felony.
Lord knows I hate to disappoint you boys.
The setup. First off,
Wait a minute, those aren't mine.
you can't be that dumb, cop. You can't be that dumb. This cop is like the biggest fucking moron. Somebody, like, that's clearly somebody put them in. They were literally right at the edge and they all fell out. Oh, it's this dumbass probably. Nah, never mind. The entire school fucking hates
Gosh,
her.
I hope they use that shot in the yearbook.
My God, is that cop an idiot?
Is there any way you could not tell my dad about this?
Too
Why
late.
didn't you call him?
He's busy chasing a bail jumper in Arizona.
Trust me, your dad's gonna find out one way or the other.
What other kid?
Your buddy, Rick.
Excuse me?
Oh, she's about to.
Howdy,
Hey, man.
Rick.
Saying
Do
weevil
I
on
know
him.
you? No? Then why'd you tell Sheriff Lamb I sold you a fake ID?
It's what they told me to say.
Who's they?
No way.
Please find out who else at school is making them.
But they know you're her friend. Wouldn't they know that's what you're doing? It's not him. It's too obvious it's him. Oh.
In my humble opinion,
About
your
to get
mom's
punched.
totally hotter.
And oh, buddy, what's up, son? Oh, what the fuck, dude? If you can't fight, why even? There we go. There we go. Well, that was the shittiest fight ever. You guys suck.
You know, I don't remember seeing you on that.
Lily wanted to be transferred out of your PE class last year. She was having trouble with a boy. She gave me these to prove it.
Wow.
I never would have hurt her.
Yeah.
She was someone I could have loved. You know?
Fuck.
And she felt it too. I know she did.
Why didn't Lily tell me about him? Was Weevil her big secret? Stupid question. Keep going.
The Tritons have been around as long as Neptune High. 6 new members are inducted their junior year by the 6 seniors.
Is that what the fucking dudes that were running were doing?
Steve Vargo, Matt Barone, Duncan Kane.
Yeah, I figured. Duncan makes sense. He's
So
like
if I follow Duncan,
top-level
I can
guy,
find the
right?
Tritons.
Happy that you were fighting. But I am proud of you for sticking up for your mother.
You're proud of me?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Good, I can die happy.
Oh shit, dude.
You keep smarting off, and I'll help arrange it.
Tim's parents are suing,
Us?
and pretty much everyone else involved in their son's night of debauchery.
Holy
Every
shit.
bar in town is going to be named in the suit. The thing could be worth millions.
I meant what I said when I told you that I was going to give up all of that. But these stories, when they're tearing my family apart.
Okay.
My daughter Trina's the only one who'll talk to me anymore. I can't blame Logan or his mother.
Have we seen Logan's sister?
Did you figure out where he got his fake?
Slow down. This is my story. Followed him out to the parking lot. And I was like, yo, fella, check it out. You're on candid camera. Gave him the 411 on our video playback capabilities. You know, leaned on him. Got a shaft or something.
Shut your mouth.
Long story short.
Ha!
The guy claimed that there's a mystery locker at school.
Ooh.
Yeah, but like, you're gonna have to have an insane battery life on that thing.
Then Wallace will drop the 250 in the mystery locker.
You know what? It sounds like you blame Veronica.
You know, Veronica was my friend, too. And if she hadn't ratted me out, then Lily and I would have stayed together. And Lily wouldn't have been alone that day.
Oh shit.
I would have been there. So yeah, I blame Veronica.
That explains why he's so mad at her. Why he hates her so much.
You know, there is another way of looking at this, Logan. If you'd still been together, you might be dead too.
And what is so great about living?
Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm hitting you with the emotions with the people right now, man.
Hey, Wallace, how's practice?
Dig it.
I was on fire out there. 3-point line, hand in my face. Fade away like Jordan. Boom!
They found out. I don't know how, but they must have found out that I've been talking to you.
Easy. What happened?
Last night, there was a knock on the door. When I opened it, I found a rat. They nailed the thing alive to the front door.
Pull it together,
Oh,
Rick.
what the fuck?
We have a 7-figure lawsuit to worry about.
I remember Lily. I just don't remember what happened. I remember being at soccer practice that morning. Then I was in the back of a limo. And it was 3 days later, and
What the fuck?
Lily was dead, and all that time in between was just
The haze?
gone.
Why'd they put you in your own trunk?
Thanks, Wallace.
Oh yeah, that thing picks up insane audio. I don't get what was the purpose of putting her in the trunk of the car. Hey, wait, Duncan's pledge.
Hi, everybody. Say repressed homosexuality.
What the hell?
Got a boogie.
So Duncan was just pledging. He wasn't actually. Thought he was part of the crew.
Piece of cake.
Gonna be I mean, it's probably gonna be the one kid with the glasses, but I thought I was thinking it would have been Duncan just because I thought Duncan was part of the crew, but he's not.
Found out who's been selling the pictures. You're not gonna like it.
Your wife.
It couldn't get much worse than it already is.
It's your wife, because she genuinely hates you.
Your court date is until next Tuesday, right?
We might as well go ahead and cancel that while I'm here. Hey, Rick, I'm down at the sheriff's office. Hey, they're hauling in the real bad guy this afternoon. Oh, and I found out who the Tritons are. You don't want to miss it.
No club memberships, no maid, and no friend.
Dad, you say another word to her and I will kill you.
Holy what the?
Cannot take this anymore.
He said, I will kill you. Holy hell, man, whoa. He turned, okay. Logan. Dude, Logan does seem like he's gonna snap one of these episodes.
Process of elimination. I didn't do it.
What, me? Are you crazy?
How else do you explain the $250 in your wallet?
Veronica Mars is smarter than me.
Oh, you stop it.
So this was Rick's locker that Deputy Sachs put the envelope in this morning?
Not exactly. Enjoying the profits of their own fake ID biz. You were never hazed. You tried blaming the Tritons because you were pissed off at them. Your dad and your brother are Tritons, but you didn't measure up, did you, Rick?
Last year, your dad was hired to track down a hedge fund manager for embezzlement. That was my father.
Huh?
Only the newspapers never mentioned that his company cheated him out of his bonus 3 years running. They took our house, they took our cars.
Damn.
Eventually, my parents got a divorce. You must be proud.
And what other pills are you taking?
I mean, why did they stuff her in the car? Oh, fuck. She jumped. Alright. So, this is my problem, right? Just so you know, I like this episode. I'm giving it an 8. But that's also my problem. I like this episode, but I'm only giving it an 8. Because the episode has amazing moments, right? This episode has really great moments. And it seems to be what Veronica Mars so far in 11 episodes seems to do very often. It delivers great moments, but then some weird moments that kind of just don't make sense. So I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I was like, as I was watching it, until a certain point, I was like, ooh, this episode's probably gonna be like a 9, 8, right? And I'm still gonna give it an 8 because that ending was really good. But at the same time, it just does things and has some weird dialogue choices at times that kind of make me go, huh? Like, I don't know. We'll get into it. I mean, I wish that I had a better, like, this thing. I mean, Veronica Mars is going to go into Hulu soon, so I'll probably end up watching it on Hulu once it moves over. But we'll break down the episode, at least my breakdown of it, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So the episode starts off with essentially Veronica, the guidance counselor wants to bring in all the kids, ask them a bunch of stuff. Veronica goes in, she's being, she doesn't want to talk about her feelings. She's not that type of person. So she's kind of being rude and stuff. And she plants I thought it was a camera. It was actually like a receiver on the in the guidance counselor's office to essentially hear in on the thing. So I thought it was a camera and it was leading to a recorder, or like it was something that was leading to something where we can do playbacks of the machine. But it's not. It's just a receiver. So the only way that this makes sense is if Veronica Mars sees who gets called into the office, then goes to her car and listens. They didn't explain that, but I'm assuming that's what happened because she was listening to the radio, like she was listening to the radio when key people were in the office. It wasn't like, she had the recording. It was just essentially she has to be in her car when they're talking. It's a receiver. Let's see. Then we get the actual case of the episode. Somebody fake IDs, somebody got hurt or, drunk too much, poisoning, whatever, alcoholic poisoning, went into a coma. And hold it now. And then the person, Veronica, they blame Veronica for what happened. So Veronica decides to, go figure out exactly why they're blaming her. We find out this guy says that he was just told to do that. Where is he? This guy. He was just told to say Veronica did it. Then when Veronica goes into her locker, all the IDs are there, or a bunch of blank IDs. Then this is where I was kind of like upset with the cop. I'm like, how dumb is the cop? It's the most obvious thing, right? But then again, he hates Veronica, so of course he's gonna wanna, not do his actual job. So Veronica gets sent away or gets, arrested, taken out. And then that's where you start to think, like, who would actually do it, right? Who would be the person that would hate Veronica so damn much that they would do this? You start to contemplate in your mind, or who it could be. Logan, another random character that we haven't met yet. But Logan was dealing with his own thing, so, it couldn't have been Logan because he's dealing with his own drama that's fucked up as hell. She gets Wallace to go do the ID thing. Logan at school, people are making fun of him and his family, his mom, because his mom essentially was embarrassed because of what her husband was doing. Logan's father, being an asshole, sleeping with whoever, dickish things. While that's happening, we get probably the best segments of the episode, which involve the guidance counselor and the talks. So we get Weevil essentially dealing with his whole thing that when Logan and Lily broke up, Weevil was the guy there. They had like a thing, and then when essentially Weevil, Lily goes back to Logan, and it's just the whole thing. And then Weevil was hurt and upset about it. He actually loved Lily, and he thought he could have fallen in love with her forever, kind of thing. So that's very interesting. And then Veronica's listening in on it. She's curious as to why Lily didn't tell her about it. And it's this whole thing. It kind of feels like Lily might have been embarrassed about dating Weevil because, he's different or from a different side of the tracks. We then get the story about the whole locker. How did you know about being in the Tritons? She's like, I got a letter. It told me what to do. It told me where to go. It then, constant little things to decide if you are worthy of being a Triton. The entire episode is kind of leading us towards, it's a Triton. The Tritons just were hazing these kids. One of the hazes was take a shot at 12 bars, and, it's them. They're to blame. And let's see, so Logan's father comes to the school because Logan, fought. He's mad at Logan. Then he shows up at Veronica's father's practice saying somebody's feeding the paparazzi this intel on me. Somebody's giving them the information. And he wants to hire the PI, Veronica's father, to figure out who exactly is doing it. And, it's going to be somebody close to him. It could have been Logan, could have been the wife. It turns out it was the wife. So let's see. We get all this stuff. Veronica puts a camera in place to figure out exactly who is the one with the locker or putting the money or taking out the money out the locker. We then get the Logan side of the story of with Lily. Essentially, him and Lily were always on and off. This was one of the times where they were off. They broke up because Logan and Lily were arguing. She didn't go to the party, and Logan kissed the girl. Lily found out, became a whole thing. The person that told Lily was actually Veronica, and Logan blames Veronica for everything that happens because if she would have never told, Lily would have never found out. They would have never fought. They would have never been together. Therefore, Logan would have been with Lily that night. Therefore, Lily might have not been murdered, or they both would have been murdered. He says a line here about the guidance counselor says, "If you would have been there, you could have died too, or you could have been killed too." And then Logan's response is, "What's the point of living?" So Logan's ultra depressed, and with what happens at the end, shit's gonna get crazy for him. All right. So we got. This is where we follow Duncan to see where he's at. Then we just get the weirdest karaoke segment that maybe some people liked, but no lie. From the moment we walk into the karaoke and until about 4 minutes later, I hated it. I just thought it was not good. I didn't like the dialogue that was being said in there. I didn't understand why Logan or why Duncan was being weird and saying random words. Like I actually wanna go back to a scene where I actually want to see what Duncan says when we're talking to him. Actually, I want to turn on this thing and I want to see what he says. Because it's just the weirdest conversation. Okay, let me see something. So, Duncan's, singing his song, doing his thing. But I want to see what exactly. I want to see the wording he used because it was just when I heard it, I heard it as mumbo jumbo. Like it didn't make any what did he say? Brawny gods just flocked up to the quiz and vex him. I don't understand. Like what is?
Just flocked up to quiz and vex him.
If you could just tell me who's in charge, then I can personally thank
Am I supposed to know what that
you.
means?
Fake IDs in my locker.
Maybe
And
I'm
me hauled off to
lost
the
on
sheriff's
certain
department.
things.
Quick wafting Zephyr's vexable.
Like what the fuck is he doing? Am I must be missing something. He's being weird as hell. Somebody puts Veronica's name on the thing. Must have been Duncan.
Hospital, right?
Then, right? Then Veronica goes on a singing spree, right? Veronica goes on a singing spree. I'm not singing spree. She sings a song, the I'm Gonna Get You song. And, I guess it's because, reasons, but it's to taunt the Tritons. But then why would they invite her to the back for a meeting? I don't know. It was just it could have just been poorly edited. I don't know. I just know that for the most part, none of this made sense. I didn't like it. I thought it was just random. It's not that it didn't make sense. It made sense. It was just random. It didn't it was a poor choice to do it. It added nothing to the episode and it kind of took away from everything else that we were building. So for those 4 minutes need to be eliminated, right? For me at least. Then we find all this. We get the Duncan situation about it, where Duncan is legitimately confused as to the whole Lily's murder because he remembers the soccer practice. He said he doesn't remember the last 2 days before that, and then he just remembers Lily being murdered. Like he said, he remembers a limo as well, so that's interesting. Then this. Why exactly was Veronica stuffed into the trunk of her car? I don't understand. To scare her? Is this to scare her maybe? But so she gets kidnapped or whatever, stuffed into her own car, left there, but the key's there. It's a scare tactic, right? Right? I don't know. It was just another random scene that doesn't allude to anything, doesn't really get any answers. We don't get answers at the end. We get the pictures, the mystery. Veronica's trying to figure things out. We figure out exactly who who's giving the information to the paparazzi. Veronica shows up at the sheriff's office. She essentially knows who did it. I'm guessing she just figured out whose locker was under the locker 110, right? Is my guess. Let's see. So the dad is confronting the mom at the school when they're supposed to be there for Logan's whole situation, and Logan actually threatens to murder his father. He says, "I will kill you if you say anything bad about her, if you talk to her again or whatever, say another word." Then we get her taking some pills. We get the situation with the school. Veronica figures out. I thought the reveal of who it was, and I thought the whole thing with the money was kind of cool with writing something on the money. I even thought the reveal of why he did it, right? So essentially, Veronica's father was hired to investigate this one for, what did she say, insider trading, or not insider trading. Um, what did it say here?
Their own fake ID biz. You were never. So when you.
I want to see why he did it again.
Dad was hired to track down a hedge fund manager for embezzlement.
Embezzlement, right? So, you know, they track him down. It turns out it's his father. The problem is the company was holding money from the father, so the father was embezzling for a reason. But since Veronica's father figured it all out about the embezzlement part, he was fired, lost a lot of money. His parents got divorced, and essentially he feels like his life was ruined by Veronica's father. So it was a revenge thing on Veronica, and Veronica feels bad about it. So then we have this situation here, which kind of bothered me. So Veronica comes up to Duncan. They have their whole thing. She calls him cute in one of the things, and this is my problem with this segment right here. Veronica knows that there's a possibility that that is your brother, and she's just kind of let it go, like she just let it go. She doesn't care about it anymore. She still flirts with him. It felt like an unnecessary reveal episodes ago for them not to do anything with it, or for it to bother her anymore. And I know some of you guys in the comments have said like, oh, well, she just kind of accepted it and kind of forgot about it. But like, no, that's not something you forget about. He can be your brother. Like, I would personally want to know. I would want to know. Why wouldn't she want to know? And if I don't want to know, why would I flirt with? No, like that's just weird to me. I don't know. Maybe it'll pay off later. And then we saw that Logan's mom took some pills when driving, and it's implied that she killed herself at the end, jumped off a bridge. So Logan's not gonna take things well. And yeah, that was essentially the episode. Like I said, I thought the episode was really good moments, but those small moments that for me would have made it a 9. Just were in the episode. The stuff with the karaoke bar or the karaoke club, the stuff with the people putting her in the trunk, and then the stuff that bothers me personally, the Veronica Duncan situation, which doesn't get explained. That's stuff that bothers me, probably doesn't bother other people. But nonetheless, that's my reaction. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Head over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reaction. You can get episodes extra early if you want them. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to talk to you guys later.